All right, shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, first and foremost, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, it's GMS Pittsburgh by, okay, the Young Brothers camp. All right, we ain't got the camp head here today, you know what I'm saying, due to different circumstances, but hey, this work got to get done, so we coming out twice a week, and hey, this is what we want to do, all right? We got to bring out this truth, all right? We got to let you know, the so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans, what's really going on, because pretty soon you're going to be destroyed, all right, if you don't repent. Okay, so that's just plain and simple. That's just the truth. That's all. All right. So we're gonna continue to chant down Babylon. Okay, and expose the wickedness of our enemy Esau, Edom. All right. And this place is known as Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon in the scriptures. All right. For those of you who say that America's not in the scriptures, you're completely off, man. All right. Now we're going to today start off, and we're gonna let the spirit flow. But we're gonna start off speaking about how you've been deceived, man, by your enemy, Edom. And there's many ways he have deceived you. All right. So let's see. I guess we go ahead.
Yeah. This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right. So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and he covered the faces of the judges thereof. Now, when you search the scriptures, you see the people that are put in the place of judgment are who? Well, ultimately the Most High, okay? His Son, who the world called Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai, and also the saints, all right? These are all set to judge, okay? Somebody can even get that. We can go into that briefly. No, you're not that you shall judge even angels. Okay, that's one that we can get into. All right, we'll just read that. Okay, but these are the judges, the saints, Yahweh Shai, the Most High, okay, and not in that particular order. All right, so who out there has proclaimed themselves to be the judges of the earth? Okay, you got the one where in the heathen sought to paint their images. Somebody got that?
Oh, I got that.
Okay, come.
All right, this is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 47. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. This is why the Apocrypha, one of the reasons why the Apocrypha was removed, okay, out of the quote-unquote canon, okay, when it was a part of the scriptures for years before that, generations before that. Okay, they took it out because it reveals, okay, the truth about what these heathens did. Now, when you look into the history, you see primarily you see two versions of each of these different paintings that happened in the past, such as the Last Supper and so on and so forth. You see a so-called white version, and you see a so-called black version. Now, one of them versions is right, and one of them is the heathen that sought therein to paint the likeness of their image. All right, so when we go into the scriptures, when we get into the description of the Most High, the angels, and of His Son Yahweh Shai, okay, it's also giving you the skin color of who was it, Solomon, like the tints of Kedar. I am black but comely. Okay, so now we see who the heathen is that sought to paint the likeness of their images. And we also see who covered the faces of the judges thereof. It was Esau, Edom. You got something to say, y'all?
Yeah, and right in that same time period, what? That was Maccabees. Maccabees, was that Maccabees?
First Maccabees.
Right. In that time period, who was ruling? The Greeks, right? Antiochus and Epiphanes and the Greeks, man. Right? So, hey, that also refers unto them, man. Because when it talks about Israel going out to do as the heathen did, they wanted to do as the Greeks did. Right? So they sought to paint their likeness in there. Let you know Esau, hey, man, that's reincarnation, man. Esau is doing the same thing that he did back then. This is nothing new.
You got that particular thing.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 3. This is what the brother quoted. Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life?
See, know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things pertaining to this life, okay? And those that will judge angels are the Israelites, man, okay? Primarily the 144,000 that will be the governing body under Yahweh Shai, okay? That's right. They're the Elohim from the beginning. They helped create all things. Okay, but that's too deep for most individuals. All right? But yeah, those are the ones who would judge the world, right? So, who covered the faces of the judges and painted their likeness there? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right? And now he's being revealed in this time, man.
about it too, man. There's no other person who has made themselves out to be the Most High, His people, the angels, but the so-called white man. That's it. There's no other person. You don't see any Asians doing that. You don't see any Elamites, so-called East Indians doing that, right? It's only East. You know. Now you may got Jake that fashion Quetzalcoatl, which really is Yahushua, but them is Jakes, man. They make fashion look like himself, but you know, the Lord has a particular color and look about him, man. The Son and the Heavenly Father.
Right. And let's just say, okay, the two primary, the antagonist and the protagonist in the story, which is Jacob and Esau, to put it in plain terms, the so-called white man and the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, okay? The Negro being the head of that, all right? So-called Negro, the Judites, all right? Those are the primary antagonists and protagonists, okay? And so that's the main two images that you see, the two varying things you see. You see so-called black, you see so-called white. 2 Thessalonians 2:3 says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Okay? And that, perdition means destruction, okay? Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, all right? So who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, right? Let's get a precept on it. You out there holding any precept going into this? Hold anything?
You had quoted one, but you know, the spirit kind of changes. So.
Read it, go ahead.
I got
All right. This is the Song of Solomon.
Oh yeah, come on, yeah, let's pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah. So hey man, as you can see, this is that image, man. Okay, he painted himself to be like the Most High. This is your so-called Jesus Christ, man, which is fashioned after Caesar Borgia or Cesare Borgia, man. Okay, this is E doing this all over again.
That's right, which I believe there was a couple of different famous painters that was commissioned to paint, to see who could paint the best image of, who was it, Rodrigo Borgia's son?
Pope Alexander.
Pope Alexander, which I think his name was something else, wasn't it? Yes, I think his name was Rodrigo Borgia, and then his son's name was Caesar Borgia. If I'm not mistaken. And so he had him, which is, there's an account in the scriptures that speak about that. Okay? Hey, Shalom, Mark.
Shalom.
There was a scripture there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about, okay, how a father who lost his son wanted to make him a deity, all right? And so the different artists was commissioned to see who could paint the best picture of his son, and then they turned him into a god. Okay, this is one of the biggest idols that was created right here, man.
Right, and like you said, again in the book of the Maccabees, that was also done with the Ptolemy's son, man. Right? With Serapis Christus. So the same thing. It's nothing new under the sun, man.
And that's where you get you got it out.
Con.
What's his name?
Yeah. Rodrigo Borgia Ceballos.
Okay, Rodrigo Borgia. And I believe I believe he had an official title, okay, where he may have been called Pope Alexander or something like that. But I know for sure his name was Rodrigo Borgia, and his son's name was Caesar Borgia, and that's where you get this image right here. And also the elder apostle Gabar, he brought out how Serapis Christus, he showed an image of Serapis Christus that also looks like this as well. Okay, so it's like a combination of those two things. I believe it's even a mixture of one of the pictures of Dagon or somebody, or was it Serapis Christus that had something on his head?
Yeah, Serapis Christus had something on his head. It's a mixture of Osiris and some other Greek god.
Some other Greek god, yeah, Khan. Okay, but either way, it's a deity, man. All right. Hey, that's right. Let's get this right here. Be brothers got something. Matter of fact, can you grab that where it speaks about what I quoted about the son to make us father to make us son. You know what that is? It is. All right, you said you had a precept out.
Kanye going into how Esau's wicked.
All right, come on. See something right here. Bring that out.
This is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4, and it reads, "Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai hath indignation forever."
Right.
So right. So these people, okay, Esau, Edom is the border of wickedness, man. Wherever they dwell, that's where wickedness is flourishing.
That's right.
Notice, and as we was talking about before, with Antiochus Epiphanes, when he came into power, or when Salakia, when the Greeks came into power, right, wickedness was increased on the earth, man. Okay, so those are the wicked. Okay, the Bible referred to Esau, Edom as the wicked.
John. Let's see here.
That's a better
In
one.
this Exodus 17 and 16, let's just prove further, all right, going into who this nation is against whom the Lord will have indignation forever. Exodus 17 and 16 says, "For he said, because Yahweh hath sworn that the Most High will have war with Amalek from generation to generation." All right, Amalek comes out of who? Esau, Edom, man. It's one of the descendants of Esau, Edom. So the Most High said he was going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So that's the people of his curse to judgment. If somebody can get that, because I don't think that's you can read that.
Say that one more time.
People of his curse to judgment. Okay? All right, because this lake of fire, which is gonna happen here in America, Babylon the Great, that's really meant for Esau, Edom, man. That's really meant for Esau, Edom. You see? So that's his curse to judgment. It tells you in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, which I don't know if you Akim have one.
I got that precept you quoted just now. It's Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 5. "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment."
It shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Okay, and you can get what is it, Edom, I believe. All right, the people of his curse to judgment, because they've been cursed to judgment, to ultimately be wiped out after they get this double recompense. Okay, that 1,000 years of harsh bondage. You see, they're gonna be wiped out completely. And when the bro gets the definition from the Zondervan, it'll tell you that they're the only nation that don't have no mercy. The only nation that has no promise of mercy. Because the other nations, at the end of their captivity, guess what? They'll be all right. They'll be treated fairly as long as they obey. But he getting wiped out. He getting wiped out. You got it out?
I got it. So like, this is Proverbs 16 and verse 4. "Yahweh hath made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil."
See, even the wicked for the day of evil. Okay, so it's only what the Most High wanted to do. Okay, you ain't got nothing to say about it. The Most High created Esau to be destroyed. Okay, in the day of judgment. And it's funny too, man, because the Most High put such a perverse spirit, okay, in a lot of you jakes, that when you come see the table, when you come see the 12 tribes, you ask where's the so-called white man at? You know, when we talk about the great harsh judgment that's coming, you don't ask about no other nation, okay, but Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. What about the white man? Y'all got a love-hate relationship. Y'all got a what is that called? Stockholm syndrome going. You don't see Edom?
Yeah, I see Edom.
Bro, got precept.
I got one. All right, this is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1. "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence in houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage."
Right. what happens to, that's what they do, man. Okay, that's exactly what these Edomites do. Okay, we'll get more into that too. I believe it speaks about it in the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. How he does that. Okay. Either way, if bro can't find it, try I do. Habakkuk 2. Right, just back up the bro. Habakkuk 2 and 4 says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine." Okay, now what does this wine represent? This wine represents doctrine, philosophies. Okay, and he is the most drunk nigga on the whole planet Earth. He mixing all type of wines. The Big Bang Theory, evolution, what? You got all type of shit, man. I can't even think about them. There's so many, man. Where he basically
The evolution of the monkeys and all that.
yeah, the monkeys, and then what's that other one where it's like only the strong survive. I forget what it's called. Natural selection. And, there's so many different theories that he's got.
The Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bang Theory. He justifies himself through his theories, and the Lord got him under such a trick bag that he's like, well, really, they're gonna go extinct anyway, so I'm gonna just kill them. They're just animals. You know, I'm the most superior being on the planet, so I'm gonna just go ahead and kill everybody. You see? It says, "Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, it cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and keepeth unto him all people." So he in everybody's land, he find it. He in every land, all right, just doing all this wickedness, destroying people, all right?
Got a precept to back you up, bro. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7, and it reads, "Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad."
Right, man. So these nations are drunk, man. They're taking on the Babylon Jews. They're taking on the philosophies and then the witchcraft and the adultery and the whoredoms of America, man. Right? Democracy. You know?
Right. I found it. Edom. All right, it's towards the end. It says, and this is out of the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, which was written by so-called Jews. It says, Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. All right? And it says, see notably Isaiah 34 and 5. 5 and 6, yeah. And also Isaiah 63 and 1. Somebody can grab that. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High. You see? The only one who was not given any promise of mercy. So you better hope and pray that you ain't an Edomite. Okay?
Yeah.
Vocab alone, you better hope you ain't an Edomite. Got it out? Go ahead.
Yeah, I got it. This is Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 5. "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my cursed judgment."
See, and that's the spirit. That's what led me to go to the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, because they're the ones of the curse of judgment. They're the only nation that it ain't, bro. They gonna get wiped. Is out. That's it for you. Appear no more, thou eagle, nor thy horrible feathers, man. Okay, you're gonna get completely wiped out. All right, and see, this is a book of prophecies, man. Okay, the Bible, okay, is prophetic, and it shows itself, you know, in real life, man. Who is the nation that continuously uses the eagle as their symbol? The Edomites, whether it be the Spaniard Edomites, the ancient Roman Edomites, the modern Roman Edomites, which are you Americans. Y'all all use the eagle because y'all proud as hell, man. It tells you in Obadiah.
Hey, the Greeks, you know.
Greek time. Over and over, you keep seeing this animal. Okay, the Lord just keep putting it on their spirit. Just you get that eagle, and put it on. Use that eagle. Okay, so that you can identify. You know.
Calm Bro, there's a TV show called American Gods, and literally, bro, it's like the intro. It got all the different statues of the different deities, bro. Here in America, then the one, they're all like in a column, and the top one is the eagle.
Like a totem.
Yeah, it's like a photo. And the top one, bro, it's a real big eagle at the end of the intro.
That's crazy.
I got the Isaiah 63 for you.
Go ahead,
Come on. This is Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 1, and it reads, "Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength? I speak that speak in righteousness, mighty to save."
Right. So that's that's Yahweh Shai, man. That's who speaks in righteousness and is mighty to save, man. You know? And he's coming, it said, who is that coming from Edom, man? You know? Because, that's the spirit, because I got a precept backing you up, man. I got a
With
precept.
dyed garments from Basra.
From Basra.
It's just going to metaphorically or give you imagery of how much killing is going to be done. He has a great sacrifice. Okay, upon Idumea. Go ahead.
Hey, and the brother could get Habakkuk chapter 3. It said the Lord came from Teman.
I got a quick one.
Yeah,
If the brother ain't already read this, but Exodus 17:16, for he said, because Yahweh hath sworn that Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
Yep. Brought it out earlier. The Spirit wanted it to come out again. Okay.
I got that.
The Lord's going to have, which we just read, Isaiah 34, like I said, the blood of lambs. Did we read sacrifice in Basra? We didn't read verse 6 in Isaiah 34, did we?
Yeah, no, the only read 5.
Okay.
This is Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys and of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
That's right. And the sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Now this is speaking spiritually of the place where they inhabit. Okay? It's not necessarily the land of Basra or the actual land of Idumea. Okay? But now somebody can get that if they call their lands after their names. Okay? Because wherever they inhabit, that's their land. They took over that land.
Yeah, this America is the new Basra, man.
That's right.
It's the new Idumea. You look all around you, these different buildings, man. That's all Petra, man. You know, that's the Petra's that city in the land of Edom, man. Over there in the Middle East.
Yeah, isn't that the one where you see the image and it's like cut out of a rock face?
Yeah.
It's like all those like red clay rock looking shits over there.
Yeah. Those same type of structures are over here today.
Hey, and it's so beautiful through the spirit because Eve even has characteristics of eagles. Because eagles like to get their habitations high, like to be up on top of mountains and shit. That's Eve.
Though thou exaltest thyself as the eagle, man.
This whole place we on right now, Pennsylvania, man, is a big ass mountain. Cut out of a big ass damn mountain, man. You go to some places and you literally see rock after rock on the side of you and you going through a big ass road. With a big ass half a mountain over here talking about danger, falling rock. Hell?
Yeah.
Nigga done cut out a big ass section of rock. Nigga love rocks. Which we like the stones too, but damn me, shit. Nigga got an obsession with rocks and shit in caves.
Heights.
I got that precept for you.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms 49 and verse 11, and it reads, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
They call their lands after their own names. So wherever he moves in, he calls it whatever he want to call it. This place is called America. Okay? After Amerigo Vespucci.
This place is called Columbia, after Christopher
Yeah,
Columbus.
they did call it Columbia when they came here. That's right. That's right. Which this place already had a name. You see, this place already had a name before they came here. Osiris, right?
That's correct. Another land.
That's right.
You know? And then what? Canada. I believe Canada was called Canaan. You know, when Jacob was dwelling over here. You know? But hey, he pretend to be you. You know, and especially for you Jakes, man. He wants to steal your nationality. He wants to steal your gold. They stole the gold. They got that gold locked up somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's over. Proverbs 22 and 28 says, "Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set." It's a lot. Scroll down to 29. Okay, well basically that's it. Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. And there's another one that says, "Enter not into the land of the fatherless," basically. See if I can get that. But basically they removed the ancient landmarks. Okay, Jeremiah 6 and 16. No, that ain't it. Okay, remove not the ancient landmarks. Well, that's what he has done. He's taken away the landmarkers, okay, the identifiers of it that was already set by the inhabitants of the land. Okay, and he's put his borders there. He's put his name there, his landmarkers there. You know?
I got the precept for you.
Go ahead,
Proverbs 23 and 10. Remove not the old landmark and enter not into the fields of the fatherless.
Nah, enter not into the fields of the fatherless, right. So that's what he did. He removed the old landmark, okay, that was set by the different nations, man. He entered into the fields of the fatherless. He came and took everything. Okay, like the bro read earlier, he oppressed a man, even a man in his heritage. You got something on it?
I got a precept that the bro quoted.
Go ahead.
This is Obadiah 1 and 3. And it reads, "The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai."
Right, man. So there's a description, man. There's a description let you know who this devil is, man. Whose habitation is high? Okay, you really think Jake wanna be up in there in these big ass fucking buildings, man? These high ass skyscrapers? No, the so-called white man did that, man. And then everybody, the first skyscraper was in Chicago, man. I think it was about 54 stories.
A lot of people died trying to build it too.
Hey, Eve, man, he's sadistic. You can tell he loved the high shit though, cause you get up in a tall building, you go in the room, and you be standing by the window, and you be feeling like it ain't nothing stopping you but a piece of glass from falling like 100 or something feet. You be like, hell no.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, these Edomites climb mountains, man.
Oh, right.
No mountain gear.
Yeah, rock climbing and shit. Free climbing and shit with a damn rope and a grappling hook.
Hey, bro, on the Parkway on 279, I believe, bro, there's this building that they're building next to this hotel, bro. And I'm driving, bro, and I look to the right, bro. There's an E laying on his back, bro. And he got these little, he had this orange jacket on. They was like, you could tell they was building it, bro. But he's just laying there, bro, like he won't just turn over and just fall to his death, bro. I'm like, yo, and that building is high, bro.
He is like that, bro. And what I was thinking about was how they got certain hotels where they got them pools where it's like made out of glass. I don't know what type of glass it is.
Yeah.
But they be outside on the out hanging off the building. They be hanging off the building.
And if
they
I might-
be sitting in it, I'm like, bro, what type of glass is that? You can see through that shit.
And
these
then-
niggas just fuck out of here.
Dude.
Man. And how the eagles, they had a nest in the side of the mountains.
Yeah.
Eat and go and build these houses and these condos literally on the side of a mountain, hanging off of the mountain.
Oh, man.
Never, and then charge all that money.
I be seeing some of them type of condos and stuff like they be
I
like,
got
they be
one of my,
nice, but it's like they
one of my
literally be
family
in the
members
mountains.
who
Like,
let me be some stick, like basically sticks. Them rich Edomites over there in Switzerland.
that's
One of his friends, he has a pool that's made out of a giant boulder, man, and they just carved it out and made it into a pool. But their house is situated on the side of a mountain. You know, he likes to dwell in these high places, man. So you know who that is by description.
Hey, it's just like the scriptures say. Somebody can get in the spirit, bear witness with our spirit. Okay, it's just like the Most High deals with parables. The Most High deals with things that you have to extrapolate through the spirit. You have to pay attention. Okay, you can get signs of different things just by looking around in everyday life. And we brought this out in camp last night. Okay, but there's a lot of things, of plain things, carnal things, worldly things that you can tie so that you can see who these different people are, man. You know, but if y'all can't receive those, how can we then speak to you on the spiritual things? Right? You see? Let me get that precept. What I got, you getting thousand yards, you having trouble finding it?
Yeah, that's Romans.
What I get you?
The Spirit bear with us. That's wait, that Romans 8.
You found it? I'll get it right quick. All right. It's Romans 8:16. Now go ahead and grab it.
God. God, I'm there.
Go ahead and read it.
God, this is Romans chapter 8 and verse 16, and it reads, "The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High."
God, hold on.
Right, man. So hey, we can tell, through the Spirit, what people are Israelites, man. Based upon the Spirit. Right? You gotta try the Spirit by the Spirit. Now the main thing is the scriptures, man. When you bring the scriptures out to a certain individual, how he reacts will let you know, oh, this is an Israelite. Oh no, this is an Edomite because he don't want to hear the truth. Now Jake don't want to hear the truth, but they got a kind of a different reaction, man.
Yeah, play it off.
Somebody know where that one is where it says, if I speak unto you of earthly things, I will hear you.
Oh, you just got
So the angle I was going in with that, as far as the Spirit bear witness, okay, because characteristics are given of different nations in the scriptures, okay. Now there are characteristics given of Eden, okay. Matter of fact, let's get into that, okay, in the book of Genesis. Okay,
Genesis 25,
Genesis, man.
Yeah, man.
It's like 3 inches long. I believe 12, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, because there are characteristics given
Con, I
of
got
Esau.
it. Yeah, Con, I got it. This is John chapter 3 and verse 12, and it reads, "If I have told you earthly things, and ye believe not, how shall ye believe if I tell you of heavenly things?"
John, if I tell you of earthly things and you believe not, how can I tell you of heavenly things? Okay, because there's plain descriptives of Eve, there's plain descriptives of Jake, okay? And these things are indicators of the spirit of these people. Now, sometimes you can't necessarily all the way rely on that. You know, the scriptures do put forth the situation where it says, let the wheat and the tares grow together, and then let the reapers, which are the angels, separate between the two at the end. Okay, so you're not going to always be able to tell, okay, because Jake, okay, which are the descendants of Jacob, sometimes they have different little funny ways about them because they grew up around Eves or different nations. Okay, and likewise Eve, sometimes he might have grew up around a Jake or Jake's and might pick up a little bit of small flavor, a little tad. You know, it ain't really
slang.
Yeah, the salt ain't really penetrate the flesh, but it's like on the outside. You know what I'm saying? He's a little taste. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't properly seasoned.
Yeah, he ain't marinated, but he just got a little taste. He might be like, oh no, he might got a little twang. You know, he might say ain't and bro or bruh. You know, but he ain't really a Jake. You know, he might be a poser. So you bring out the precept, huh? So these are some of the characteristics of Eve, man.
Right.
Okay.
So this is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 12. Now these are the generations, that's like it, and verse verse 19. No, hold on. Yeah, verse 19. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. And Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, and the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian, of Padanaram, the sister of Laban. Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. Rebekah was entreated, and Rebekah his wife conceived. The children struggled together within her, and she said, "If it be so, why am I thus? she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. So 2 different nations, man. It says, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Right? So 2 manner of people. You know, that's also another way you can kind of tell. We got a certain manner about us, and he got a certain manner about him, man. You know, they basically like opposites from us, man. You know. It says, and the one shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Right? So, hey, the one shall be stronger than the other, man. Who's the greatest in these different athletic events, man? These sports, man. Okay, so the Israelites, man, the so-called Black, Latino, Native American. Okay, they're the most athletic on the earth. They're the most intelligent. Okay.
Got a quick precept for you. Matthew 5:13, ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men.
Right, man. So, hey, we are the salt of the earth. Now, Yahweh Shai, he's talking to the disciples, man. Right, we're the salt of the earth. We got the flavor, man. Okay, the nation of Israel as a whole, but really, that salt represents the wisdom, man. The wisdom and knowledge and understanding, man. Okay, when the Lord sets his nation back up, all right, and establishes the law, all the nations gonna see we got the flavor. They're gonna come and ask, how can we get some of that flavor? You know? So like, I'm speaking. You know, basically teach us your ways, man. Teach us your laws, right? Because that's the true salt, man. The true flavor, the true seasoning.
Right? Hey, that's why it says, well, if the salt have lost its savor, it's good for nothing but to be trodden underfoot of men. So we got rock salt, okay? And rock salt is something that we're familiar with. People will be familiar with that's in icy climates, okay, that snows a lot, so on and so forth. Midwest, northeast, so on and so forth, all right? And so typically that salt is not considered suitable for human consumption. Okay, it's typically contaminated. You might throw something on the ground, you see these different little gray and different little inclusions in the salt. That's too many strong metals and things like that in there. Okay, that salt is defiled, so you can't eat that. That's not table salt. All right. So likewise, when you get corrupted, like the bro said, that salt goes into the laws and that righteousness. When you get corrupted, what? You ain't no good no more.
I can't put you on my food.
The Most High gonna have to cash you on. You just gonna get thrown on the ground and trodden underfoot. Okay, the scriptures even talk about they that can sit up to them shall be had in the rich and trodden underfoot of men in 2nd Ezra, either 15 or 16.
I think so.
Oil.
The reprobate silver shall men call them. It's all just going into that state of being defiled and not being cleansed from your sin, not being purified.
Right. We continue on. Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
Right? First came out red all over like a hairy garment. Okay, and typically when little so-called white babies come out, they be red all over. Okay, like a hairy garment. And the hairy garment, they used to give gifts of ram skins dyed red to one another. That was an ancient custom of the Israelites to give those type of gifts. So that's what it means when it said he came out red all over like a hairy garment. Okay, he was red. It didn't necessarily mean he was hairy coming out the womb like a damn, like the missing link. Missing link, little baby Sasquatch coming out of Rebecca. No, it's not necessarily what they're saying. All right, now is he a hairy man? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it described him. Okay, what Jake put on the He put Isaac put on the dang on goat skin. That's how hairy he was in actuality. But I doubt he came out looking like, you know, Sasquatch or Bigfoot coming out the womb. That would have been weird as hell. He probably would have called his ass Hair or something. His name would
called him Seer.
Yeah, his name wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been he.
It would have been Seer.
It would have been Seer.
Which means hairy, man.
Yeah, it would have been a big hairball coming out. You couldn't see his skin if he was that hairy coming out. Like, tell you, had an animal or something. Anyway, y'all got it. I'm done. Y'all have fun with this thing, man. I'm just being funny, man. Y'all go ahead.
They are
Right.
beasts.
Red all over like a hairy garment, right? And they called his name Esau. Now, when somebody comes out red and they have that lack of melanin, the Lord destroyed their melanin, right? The word Esau is Aishashua in the Hebrew, which means wasted away is he. What does it mean to waste something or to lay waste unto something? To destroy it. So what's destroyed in his body? His pigment. Can a brother grab Numbers chapter 12 and verse I think it's around 10, right? Because during the situation where Miriam,
Numbers 12, and I think 10 might start the whole. I was already looking it up before you. That's weird. Numbers 12 and 10 says, "And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous."
hey, hey, if you think Aaron kind of had the same reaction as Isaac, man. That's why he called him Aishashua. Like, damn, whew, what happened to his melanin? What happened to his skin, man? Like, hey, Aaron was scared, man. She's like, oh shit, my sister's a white woman. It's also like, that's not what he said, but you know, that reaction was like, damn.
Hey, you know how they got the M&M's commercial where they see Santa Claus? They're like, oh, they do exist. Yeah, little Edomite little babies do exist, half dead babies. Damn, I thought it was a rumor.
So the Lord destroyed her melanin for a period of time.
Man, you heard the story of Cain, like, yeah, man, you know Cain, he was white, you know that, right? He was like walking around, he had no color. Get out of here. Everybody got color. Everybody got color. Ain't nobody walking around without color. Oh, they do exist.
Yeah, the wicked do exist, man. Right, the devil.
I didn't think it was possible. Baby came out. It is. Read it. All right, number 12 and 11. And Aaron said unto Moses, "Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not this sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned." Okay, so that's a sin right there. That's a sign of being unclean right there. Okay, having that leprous skin. Man, I can't wait till I get my pigment back.
I got that precept too.
Oh, yeah.
Leviticus 13 and in verse 8, "And if the priest see that, behold, the scab spreadeth in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is leprosy. It is a leprosy."
Yep. You got the one where it say thin yellow hair? Get that one where it talks about the thin yellow hair and hold that on deck.
All right, come on.
Number 12 and 12. "Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb."
Boom. Whom the flesh is half consumed. So he ain't completely destroyed, but something in his flesh is gone. Something in his flesh is destroyed. His pigment, man, his color is gone. Okay, because believe it or not, these devils in the reincarnation, they used to have pigment, man. They used to have pigment. The Lord took that away, man. That's a mark on them. You know?
Yeah.
Curse.
Yeah. I mean, he said he came, boy, he was red all over like a hairy garment. Okay. But he went and slept with the daughters of Canaan, which would have been probably where the color came from. Dark. Yeah. It would have been chocolate-covered Edomites. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he himself was. That's why I said he came out red all over like a hairy garment. Esau himself would have been, a so-called white man, white pigmented. That's why he said Aishashua. Because he came out like these so-called white babies come out now when they come out in the hospital. They come out all red. No pigment at all.
Right, that's why they're red, because the skin is transparent.
It's supposed to be, your skin's supposed to have a certain pigment to hide that blood being flushed through the skin, but when you ain't got it. my little light bright ass came out the same way. I was like, damn.
Shit, man. Hey, when you got lighter concentration of pigment, you know, so-called black people can be ruddy too, man.
Yeah, come on. Hey, ruddy just means youthful. Ruddy means youthful, tender, delicate, like, you know, it's like a feminine type of thing. You know, you look soft and delicate. That's really what that ruddy's going into. Okay, but you also get the aspect of ruddy being used for color. And when you look up ruddy animals, they're brown. They're reddish brown.
They're like
Okay.
the red Tesla.
Like a red nose. Them dogs ain't white, so-called white. Them dogs is brown.
That's right.
See? So we didn't get to the characteristics yet.
But those are our physical characteristics.
Yeah, let's get to the
But now
spirit.
let's get to what does this man do, man? It said two manner of people. What kind of man? How does he behave, man? If it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, quack like a duck, then it's a duck. So if it looks like an Edomite, talk like an Edomite, does what an Edomite does,
More than likely, it's an Edomite.
this nigga's a wicked one.
Yeah, but you know, you got the speckled birds out there, man.
Huh.
Okay, where you
That's
know,
why all this is scripture. You got speckled birds that look like Eve. They don't walk like Eve, man.
yeah, like Jim Carrey, man. Jim Carrey is funny as hell.
bro,
I
And his
was suspecting it's Jim Carrey. I'm like,
his improvisation. That's why I brought out Jim Carrey, because I saw a clip of Jim Carrey recently, and see his improvisation skills is on point. Like a lot of the stuff in them movies was just off the top of his head, and it's just like, bro, he gotta be a Jake. It was too funny.
Got to.
But then you get to hear him talking, and he start making them Edomite jokes about penises and, you know, Moism and stuff. And you like, I don't know. Oh no.
He been doing his diligent search.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. He might, but no, I believe he is a Jake. But he just, you know, he got them E tendencies because he grew up thinking he was an Edomite. You see, but hey, Jim Carrey got too much talent to be an Edomite. I just can't, I can't give him credit for that one. They don't get that one. He a Jake.
yeah.
Okay.
This is verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when he bare them. Right?
They ain't speak about his pigment. He just saw it, then his brother came out.
Right.
Right.
He was already brown.
That gotta mean.
You know, that's the distinction, man. But and also too, he took him by the heel. Our people supplant the shit out of him. Now he supplants too, but at the end, our people's gonna supplant him. You know,
He's like a slickster.
yeah.
You know, we got that portion of the Most High, man. And the Most High plays chess, not checkers. You see, and Jake, man, boy, you let certain Jakes talk you out your damn clothes, man. How you thinking it's a deal, too? You be like, it's a good deal.
That sounds
Hey, he got shit. I gave him everything. That was a good deal. You be like, God damn, he got me.
It got me good.
And the boys grew. And Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field.
A cunning hunter and a man of the field. So who be out there setting up traps and shit? Man in the field, man. I remember I used to be in them type of videos, like they call them bushcraft and stuff.
Yeah.
And you'll see E out there. He be have a stick. He'll like cut the wood just perfectly. He'll set it up where it's like a pressure trap. If there's the slightest pressure, it'll snap, and then a little noose will tighten, and then snatch the bird and whack him and smack him up against the ground. And this nigga be making that shit out of trees and branches and twigs and bark. He'll twisted the shit up. You be like, nigga, this nigga just made a whole trap out of wood and sticks.
Good, man.
He be like, I'll be looking like, nigga, I don't know about all that.
Hey, meanwhile, that's how he get down. But what did Jake do back in the day, man? Jake was just chasing down the deer.
Noah Spears.
Gad would chase, literally, he'll run and hop in front of the deer. Whop. The one people shall be stronger than the other. Just hop in front of the deer, grab, you know what I'm saying? Chase the deer down.
Snap his neck.
You know?
Jake
He got the, you know, the little, he's an artificer. He make them gadgets, man.
God, he's blessing with the sword, man. He's blessing with the sword. So what he's a cunning hunter. Like, he's slick with it. You see, now Jake, of course, you know, Jake is wise. You know, like how Native Americans, so-called Native Americans, would take like acorns and they would put them inside of a bag and put them in the water, and the tannins in the acorn would stun the fish, so there would be a way to catch the fish. But he has to be in the tent next to the water with a bow and shit through a hole, waiting on the damn fish to go whop.
Big ass.
You know, he and niggas cunning as hell, sneaking in a motherfucker, staying up in the tree all day, catch me a bear today. That's he does that shit. And he don't even do it for for food and shit. He don't even try to kill a deer just to get a trophy.
Yeah.
He does it for fun.
Yeah.
He does it for fun, man. I can't tell you how many Edomites in in school when I was in school, man. They talk, yeah, me and my dad, we caught a deer. We did this, we're gonna make some deer jerky.
Caught an eight-pointer.
Yeah, man, I got my rifle and this and that. I'm like, I like to go hunting. I'm like,
They be fantasizing about, I can't wait to get me a 12-point buck.
You ever
Got some
tried
big
some elk?
horns. He ain't got no horns. I don't want it. I got plenty of meat. I just want them horns.
Hey, bro, I went hunting one time, man, and when I was out there, bro, they be out there at 4 or 5 in the morning, setting up, camouflage and all that. They put deer piss all over themselves. They go, yeah, they do that.
They go to the utmost.
Yeah, they do it.
A cunning hunter. Nigga got little whistles and buzzers and shit he can blow. She could be a whole fake deer sitting out there blowing in the wind and shit.
hey, man, he's on the front of Hunter's magazine, posing next to what? A deer.
Yep.
Let me get this point too, because what did Isaac like about Esau? What did Esau bring the father Isaac?
Come on, man. When we speak to you of earthly things, come on, man. Go ahead. Get it out. What did he love?
And for brothers here, you should go look that up. Hunter's magazine, Google images.
Right.
I kid you not. You will see a so-called white man posing next to a deer.
Right. When you read this, I got
With an orange hat
this
on.
brief story, man. Bro, Most High give you examples. He always manifests something.
Right. It says that Isaac loved Esau
Why?
because he did eat of his venison.
What's venison, man? That's deer. Hey, he actually knows how to hook some venison up. Like, I got this E that, I know due to different, situations, all right? Business-wise situations, he's gonna have to come around every now and again to do work or whatever. And he offered me some jerky, and the man's way to please the Lord, he causes even his enemy to be at peace with him. So he offered me some deer jerky from the deer he caught. That jerky was good. I ate that jerky, I ain't gonna lie. That shit was fire. I was like, damn, he was marinated with it, had the little peppers on the little red pepper flakes. I'm like, damn, nigga, they good. Good venison. Almost tricked me to think he was a Jake. He started talking about horns. I was like, nah, man, that's an E. That's an E. Okay, you ain't see no deer around here,
So
dog.
hey man, Esau knew how to hook up some deer steak for
He probably cut that
Isaac,
mug
man.
up in some little pieces, roasted it right. Man, that was probably fire.
fire.
He had his father, which was a Jake. He had him before. Well, you hook me up some of that venison before I die. I need me some of that
That venison I like. You know the one you make. You know what I like.
Make sure you sear it. I like the little crust you put on the crust.
I seen it when you caught this morning.
Yeah, that was good. I smell something.
See, but the scriptures are giving characteristics. Like it, we be about foolish up here, man.
Right,
But,
exactly.
hey, the scriptures give the characteristics of this man. Nobody else fits this characteristic, man.
That's right.
Right? It says, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, and Rebekah loved Jacob. Right? So,
What's that word for plain? Does it mean like upright?
yeah, upright, having moral uprightness.
Moral uprightness. Okay, he's a plain man dwelling in tents. He's cool. Jake ain't out there just trying to. He ain't out there messing with bugs and shit, just poking them and shit, just killing animals for fun. Kill me an animal today. I want to kill something today.
Making rugs out of their fur.
That's how E gets down. He wants to conquer, hey man, look at fucking Crocodile Hunter, man. That's what E like to do, running in the wild. Wrestling crocodiles and shit, man.
I like to bored.
He was bored.
I can't. Look at the alligator in this natural habitat. Nigga jumping on the back of a nigga. Do you want to die? He's all got a death wish, man. He'll hang hanging off the cliffhanger. You know that movie Cliffhanger? Hanging off the goddamn rocks and shit. These niggas is crazy, man.
Hey, you know what? I gotta do a video on it too. I was watching this TED Talk where basically they got he got technology. They got technology where this Edomite, you know, he got into an accident and he used to be a rock climber. But now he got like synthetic legs that he uses to climb the mountains now, man. You know? So he is all about this type of stuff, man. The high dwellings, man, the hunting, okay, to being thirsty with blood, man. They can't rest till they cause some to fall, man. Okay? He will hunt animals, okay, and chop down trees for fun. Okay? Meanwhile, as our people, we'll do it if we need to. But if we don't need to do it, we ain't just out there killing animals and chopping down trees, man.
And so these are just some of the ways that you can identify evil. So we're gonna get, you still got something? So, we can get back to, you come back around to what we were speaking about in the beginning, just about how he deceived people. Okay, because we was going into characteristics. Okay, we kind of went on a tangent, just that and the other, speaking about other things. Okay, but these are some of the ways that you can identify, okay, some of the ways that you can identify evil. Okay, and those are some of the carnal aspects. So going back to the precept that bro read earlier, the Spirit beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. So when you read about these ways that Eve, okay, behaves himself, then you can identify Eve. Okay, this spirit beareth witness with his spirit that he's Edomite. Okay, because the scriptures say, what if somebody can get there, the words I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Okay, so these words of these scriptures, this is a living word, man. Scriptures are living water, man. You got something?
Hey, and can a brother, if we can, get the precept where it's going into the speaking lies as soon as they be born? I think that might be in Psalm 58.
I got that. John.
That's the one I quoted.
This is John chapter 6 and verse 63, and it reads, "It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life."
Right. So these words are spirit. All right. So when you read these words, you gotta picture these things. You gotta be looking. You gotta believe first and foremost. Then you look and you see. You seek out the proof. Okay. You seek out. You look around in the world around you, because this applies to today, man. Some people think that the Bible don't apply to every aspect of your life. You will be horribly mistaken, man. This is a book of prophecy. Okay, this book thoroughly applies to today, man. Even as far back as Genesis, Deuteronomy 28. Okay, come on, man. You can go back to the garden, man. What it say? You shall bruise his head, and he shall bruise thy heel. Let me paraphrase. Okay. Going into these Edomites, man, these so-called white people. You see, we're gonna take these niggas down, man.
There's an enmity between so-called black men and so-called white men.
Yeah, that's right. The seed of the woman and the serpent seed. Okay, not talking about some half snake, serpentine individual, reptilian,
right?
Shape-shifting, morphing. Fuck out of here, man. No. Okay. If anything, that's just demons manifesting on these people, because they're the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. That's it. These niggas is humans. They came out of Rebecca and Isaac.
Speaking of the serpent, I got this precept right here. This is Revelation 20. I start at verse 1. It says, "And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key to the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, man."
Now, I believe that the apostles, I remember seeing a breakdown where the apostles broke that down as being Septimius Severus. Okay, but I believe it also represents Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, the angel represents Yahweh Shai, but the Lord put the spirit on certain people to rise up.
God, yeah,
I
because
believe Severus means to cut.
yeah. Oh shit. shit, nigga. Yeah, that was good. Was
Like
Septimius?
Sever?
Yeah, Severus. And what was happening? The cutting off of the pagan Roman Empire in the beginning of the Holy Roman Empire or the Byzantine Empire. Okay, that's when Jakes came and they took that old serpent, which is Esau, okay, and threw his ass into captivity for 1,000 years.
Right.
And that's when you get the Russian icons. Go ahead, Art.
Right. And you, hey, when you look it up too, when you look up the rule of the, I think if you go into how long the Dark Ages, how long was my bad, how long the Byzantine Empire was, it's gonna say from around what 15 something. It's gonna be 1,000 years. So it was literally 1,000 years that Jake was ruling, man.
That's right. And King James was a part of that so-called Negro rulership, man. He was an Israelite. He knew he was an Israelite, okay? And he compiled the scriptures through the Spirit so that we, in our English-speaking current state, will be able to understand the scriptures, man.
Like what was that? Sirach, man, the book of Sirach. The grandson basically saying that he translated this book so that others who are in other countries could live more, could benefit from living by the law.
Well, that was a preface. That was a preface by the actual interpreter. That wasn't words from Sirach himself or Yahushua himself. But those were words from the interpreter. Bear with us wherein we have labored to interpret, so on and so forth. So that was like a preface from the editor. But yeah, it's in the beginning of the book of Sirach. About halfway down, about 2/3 of the way down or halfway down, you get to that section where it basically lets you know that they tried to interpret it, but when you interpret it from one language to the next, they don't have the same force. You got something?
Yeah, I looked up how long the Byzantine Empire was. This is on Google, and it reads the Byzantine Empire existed from approximately 395 CE when the Roman Empire was split to 1453.
95 to 1453, so that's roughly about 1,000 years.
Yep. So let me read this right here. Revelations 20 verse 3. It says, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal on him that he should not deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed.
Yeah, God, so the bottomless pit, right? The bottomless pit represents that region over there of Europe, okay? Europe, because there's very little resources over there. No matter how much you dig and try to dig up, you ain't gonna find no resources. It's like a bottomless pit. Yeah, so it's pretty much the bottom resources. Okay, that was that desolate land. Okay, that he was dwelling in. All right. Go ahead now.
I got the
Had him put him in bondage for 1,000 years. The Byzantine Empire ruled, so that he may deceive the world no more. Okay, so he was deceiving the world at that time. Okay, which is spoken about in 2 Thessalonians. You got to preach this.
I was just gonna get that word for devil.
Go ahead,
Right, so that word for devil, that word for devil comes from the Greek word diablos, right? Diabolos, which means prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely, a culminator, a false accuser, a slanderer.
Right.
Can a brother please get that scripture? What's it?
Slanders, I know, mother son.
Yeah, I think that might be a 50. Yeah.
I think that's
Psalms
Psalms
50.
I got the precept you got quoted earlier. Psalms 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
As soon as they be born speaking lie, motherfucker come out, good, that nigga lie. That nigga lie. Don't believe that shit.
God, man. Hey, you can see that spirit on Eve. When you bring out the word, remember that Edomite that came up before camp? And basically, we asked him, we went into, because he's trying to preach about, the Bible and this and that, which he shouldn't be, right? Because this ain't your Bible, man. This ain't your heritage, right? But we asked asked him about his beard. He was like, okay, did you know you're supposed to have a beard according to the law? Where's your beard at? You know, he gonna say, oh, I can't grow a beard. Meanwhile,
Stubble like a motherfucker.
this nigga got aftershave, stubble, this and that. And then he flips his thing and tries to change it around and say, well, I didn't say I couldn't grow a beard. I can grow a beard. It doesn't grow in all the way.
Yeah.
He's a liar, man.
I got that.
Yeah.
This is Psalms 50, and I'll start at verse 19, and it reads, Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
Right, man. So that's E, man, the devil, man, which means a liar, a false accuser, man. Right? He's always slandering us, man. He got his smear campaigns, okay, his propaganda against the Israelites, man.
Nah, that's a part of his arsenal, man. Propaganda. Okay, propaganda. The scriptures talk about it in Psalm 64. We talk about they whet their tongue as a sword, okay, as a to shoot their arrows, man, even bitter words.
That's all. Hey, that's also a weapon right there, man.
It's either 64 or 62.
It's 64.
You know,
I'm right here.
we're gonna kill your reputation. We're gonna kill your name. We're gonna destroy your
Black Hebrew Israelites.
And
An extremist group.
And the scriptures say that life and death are in the power of the tongue.
And one of the brothers made a good point. He was like, so if there's an extremist group, that means there has to be a normal group. Well, where's the normal Hebrew Israelites? If we the extreme ones.
That's a good point.
Read that out.
This is Psalm 64. I'll start at 1, and it reads to the chief musician, a psalm of David. And it reads, Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, okay? So that's also a part of Eve's weapon, okay? This is freaking words, man, because the scriptures, okay, talk about how he make a man an offender for a word. Okay, so E sets up the snare campaign. Okay, he's speaking. Man, the scriptures. There's so many scriptures popping in my mind. Speaking great and swelling words. Okay, against the Most High.
Through his policies and pieces shall destroy many.
Yeah, through pieces shall destroy many, man. Because of his policy to prosper, so on and so forth. His words were softer than oil. Yet when they draw swords, man, this nigga E, man, he's slick with it, bro.
He's slick, man.
Hey, bro, he has perfected the art of double talk and newspeak, man.
Fine. And hey, that's why the Lord has set up, put the spirit on particular Edomites to make these different dictionaries, man. The etymology dictionary, which etymology means the study of the truth, man, as it pertains to words, man. Because the only way to defeat lies is with truth, man. You know, and it really cuts all the different things that E says the word means. Oh, this is the definition of the word. All right, rape means to violate. You violate someone sexually.
It means to seize and to force, man.
Right. Well, you go into the origin of the word, the truth, man.
That's right. Yep. And it'll even show you in the Edom online, which is all the spirit, man. Because of his tongue to fall upon themselves, man.
That's in here.
That's what you got?
Yeah, that's still 64.
Oh, it's in there too.
Yeah, Con.
Yeah, so when you go into the online etymology dictionary, it'll tell you when the usage of a word changed. It'll say circa 15th century, blah, blah, blah. It began to be used to reference this. And then in this time, it began to be used like this way. You know? So it just reveals that this devil uses these different things, okay, in these different ways. Go ahead,
Con.
That's a lot. If I can add too, it also tells you the language that it comes from. Like, you know, like the elders say, in order to really understand the scriptures, you gotta have some type of knowledge of Hebrew, Greek, and Latin, man. Because Latin is many languages come from Latin.
Yeah.
Spanish.
You know? Yeah, a lot of words stem off of the Latin, man. And it's funny, even some of the words in the Greek stem off of Hebrew. Off of the Hebrew, man, you'll hear certain pronunciations. Charagma. high. You be like, that's high. They got a high in there. Yeah, well, you know, and then even some of the characters of the Greek look similar to the Phoenician, which is the Paleo-Hebrew. You know? But yeah, you guys still got some more on that?
Come. Psalm 64 in verse 5, and it reads, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Yeah, so it ain't no mistake, man. He devised this thing. He's like, all right, look. So we found out that we was Edomites. All right, but you know what? We gotta trick these people into thinking that we not the Edomites. So what we gonna do is we're gonna take over these lands. We're gonna take over their heritage. We're gonna say we the Africans, we the Australians, we the Egyptians, we the Greeks. Okay, we are all these different nations, and we're gonna act like this is really our heritage.
And if anybody say something otherwise, we're gonna kill them.
Yeah, 2 Thessalonians 2. And let's see, I'll read 3 again. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And in these times, he's being revealed. Okay? Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sit in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Okay? So he's puffed up in his own head, man. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in this time, and in time is now. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So what is the mystery of iniquity? Okay? Well, he was already hiding who he was at that time. Okay? He was calling himself the Greeks. Okay? But the original inhabitants of that land that were really the Greeks were the sons of Japheth. Okay?
He was calling himself the Romans, but the original inhabitants once again was Japheth.
That's right. That's right. The sons of Javan or Yawan. You know?
I believe they were named after Romulus and Remus.
Well, Romulus and Remus, that's an origin story of how Rome came to be. Apparently, there were two brothers that were suckled by a she-wolf. Okay, and then the one overcame the other. I believe Romulus overcame Remus, and thus the land became named after Romulus, which is where you get Rome from. It's a what you call it, a legend, basically, about how things came to be in Rome. Okay. But yeah, those were Japhetic people, man. Those were a dark-skinned people. All right. And he just came in and just said, "No, we them now." So that's the mystery of iniquity. That's where he was deceiving the earth. Okay, that's why it said when the bro read that about the angel with the great chain and came and cast the devil into the bottomless pit, that he should deceive the world no more. Well, he was deceiving them by saying that he was the original inhabitants of the land. That was a lie.
And it says what? That it said he that let shall
only he that let will let it until it be taken out of the way.
Right. And, hey, in Revelation 20 it said what? That he shall be loose for a little season.
And he should deceive the nations. Again, I believe.
Yeah. Right. So this is that little season that he's been loosed. Season, right? It said what? The Lord shall destroy him with the spirit of his mouth and the brightness of his
tongue. Can you get to the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled? So we're still in the midst of that. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Oh, so that's when he's going to take him out the way. You know? He's going to be taken out of the way when Yahweh Shai comes and destroys his kingdom.
Well, Yahweh Shai, he loosed the seals, man. He loosed the seals so that the prophecies could come out, so that the identification could be made of who this Edomite is, okay? In these times, you see? Because now is the time where he's being revealed. Okay, what does it say with the spirit of his mouth? Get back to it.
I read that pretty soon.
And then shall that back Salat. Oh yeah, yes. Who the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. You got that precept?
Yeah, kind. This Luke chapter 21 and verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right. So they're going to be trodden down to the Gentiles till the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. All right? And that time's not fulfilled yet. Okay? They still going to tread down that land until Yahushua comes back and destroys these people, man. Okay? Until then, that time's not going to be fulfilled. Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Okay? So that's how he's being consumed, basically. You know?
It's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Through the spirit. So, hey, what does it say? They say, basically, they say, none sees me, man. Who's gonna see what I'm doing?
We shall see.
Who's gonna see all these traps I'm setting up?
Ain't nobody gonna
niggers, man. Ain't nobody gonna see nothing. But meanwhile, the angels are watching you. And you praying to Satan. Satan's a double agent.
Hey, the Most High revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. And so, hey, what does it tell you in Sirach, Ecclesiastes 12? Okay, it's somewhere after the 10th verse. When you reading down, it says, what? Then shall he be unto you as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and you shall see that his rust have not altogether been wiped away. Okay, so we got the eye salve. We see you, nigga. You can't hide. Hey, this shit is wicked as hell. But I remember when I was in the world, I used to watch that fucking Medea bullshit. Now I remember this one motherfucking scene where that fact. Oh, salute. Let me stop. Get a strike. Where that thing said, "You can see me, nigga. We can see you." You know, he was standing in plain sight. You can see me, yeah. We can see you, nigga. Plain. You right there. Okay. You can't hide. You being revealed, man. You know, how the things that Esau sought out, man. You got something?
I got the precept you just quoted.
Yeah.
It's Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 11. And it reads, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
God, so the Most High have revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets, and given them the eyes to see, okay, and the tools to identify who this man is. Okay, and we see plainly that this devil, okay, this so-called white man, is Esau Edom, all right? The man of sin, the son of perdition or destruction. He's been revealed.
Got a quick precept for you. Isaiah 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us?
Yeah. But woe unto them, destruction unto them. Okay? And that's what he does, man. You know, he thinks he's been getting away with stuff for so long. He really gonna get his own 50 up there.
It's still Psalm 50. You guys still got Psalm 50?
Go on, yeah.
Yeah. He really thinks that the Most High is like unto himself. Okay, that's why a lot of these, they got that delusion upon them. And they're emboldened to really believe, okay, that the Most High is white, so-called white, okay, and then he must be, because look, we got these niggers in slavery. Maybe some kind of way it was a deception, and he's really like us. Go ahead, Arthur. Chapter 50 and what is it? 25.
After thou slenderest.
Thou thoughtest that I was all together.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh yeah, Con, yeah.
To the wicked. After that.
This is Psalms 50 and 21, and it reads, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence, though thou thoughtest, Salakia, that I was altogether such as one as thyself.
Does it speak about me being angry with my inheritance? I polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. Does it say that above that, or am I thinking about something else?
That's something else.
Okay. You can read. Go ahead.
God. And I kept silence, though thou thoughtest that I was altogether such and one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
Right, so the Lord is going to show these devils that I was never with you. You know, I was only using you as a woman stick. I'm going to show you I'm with them, and I'm going to set them in order before thine eyes. And this is what you see right now, man. That awakening, man. The Lord is setting up his nation right in the midst of all these other nations, man. They're seeing the uprising of the nation of Israel, okay? But the glorification is going to come when Yahweh Shai comes, man.
Right. So these devils been getting away with beating our backs in for all this time. You know, upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Okay, you just been doing all this wickedness to us, and the Most High haven't done nothing to your ass. So you really think the Most High is with you? You really think the Lord got your back?
He must be a white God up there, a pure white deity. Just loves us so much. We got all these niggers in captivity, the sand niggers, the Indian niggers, the niggers. We got all of them in captivity. He must be a white God and a white Jesus.
No. He's gonna reprove you and set us in order before thine eyes. You're gonna see the strangers of our salvation.
I was just thinking about
Yeah,
that,
you
man.
grab it up. You grab
Hey,
it.
man.
It was just
Imagine they're gonna see somebody. Imagine they're gonna see the angels, black men, so-called black men. Y'all was shy on that chariot, so-called black men, man. They gonna be. The Lord gonna show you what it is, man. You thought I was a leprous, white Edomite like yourself, man? Oh hell no! The Lord's about to show these devils, man.
Hey, I'm reminded of that show, King of the Hill. Whenever Hank Hill gets surprised, he be like, I can't, like, and just with the picture of that, and then just imagine when they see Yahweh Shai back to the crowds.
Then he gonna be angry, man.
They're gonna be
Said he
undone.
should,
They gonna be in a,
scripture he said, travail like
they gonna lose it.
man.
It was this video I had shared on my channel.
Yeah.
It was an older video. It was this old Edomite talking to another Edomite. He was like, God is white, and as long as God is white, we will prevail over all other nations.
See?
I'm like, what?
I thought that I was altogether such a one as thyself. That you got the one I polluted my inheritance, Isaiah 47. What was you about to say? You getting a precept, Isaiah?
Yeah, Con. I'm
Read
grabbing
that,
that.
Isaiah 47.
This is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 5. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy, upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
So I want to touch on that first part. He say, sit thou silent. What did he say?
Sit
Read that
thou
part again.
silent and get thee into darkness.
Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness. And you know one of the things that Eve forces on us, now this is going to be an ultimate form of it, but you know one of the things that Eve said that you should do, since he take away your power to whip your children, put them in timeout.
Through.
Hey, anybody ever been made to go stand in the corner? Go stand in the corner. We're gonna put E in the ultimate ass corner, nigga. That's gonna be a hell of a corner, man.
Ooh, that's gonna be
a hell of a corner, bro. Like, your ass gonna get death. You gonna be in darkness for real. Don't sit your ass down. Nigga with the sword. You know? But yeah, man, it's through, man. And then, like I said, I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thy hand. Okay, and what does it say that I have not put this to heart? Go ahead.
kind of
Ancient has thou verily laid thy yoke.
verse 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
Neither didst remember the latter end of it. Okay.
What it said, the Most High is not in all of their faults, right? The wicked.
Somebody can get touches the apple of thine eye. He that touches you. Okay, you didn't lay the latter end to heart. You didn't really think that it was gonna be no consequence, because see, that's the thing about it, man. You know, the more and more somebody does something and gets away with it, the more emboldened they are towards doing it. Okay? The more and more you get away with a particular thing, you start feeling yourself. Man, I done did this 4 times now. Ain't nothing happened. Here go number 5. Here go number 6. I'm gonna do it again. Hey, man, you know?
And he's criminal psychology. They say a person who murders his first victim is more likely to do it even more again.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if they get away, they don't get caught right away. They like, ooh, I did it. I'm still here. All right, let's go again. And that's E, man. He been getting away with this shit for so long. Like the bro quoted, you know, that story he was saying, as long as God is white, we will prevail. You got that wisdom of Solomon too?
Yeah, I got the wisdom of Solomon. I got a precept back you up real quick. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So since judgment is not executed speedily, he can walk around happy in his comfortability. Okay, the scriptures say, rejoice, O daughter of Edom, the cup shall pass unto thee. Okay, so that cup, you know, that cup of wrath is coming, so you can live it up while you can. Okay, if you got the means, hey man, live it up, man. Do all the meth you want. Whatever it is that you want to do, live it up, be an Edomite, get your enjoyment, because your ass, hey, you better dive, you better skydive, you better
Water ski.
do whatever it is you want to do, man. Go ahead, do it now. Do it now, because you ain't gonna get to do it for 1,000 years, and then you're gonna get wiped out.
I got that precept for you, bro. This is Zechariah chapter 2 and verse 8, and it reads, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
See, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. He that toucheth you touched the apple of his eye. Right. So you didn't lay this to heart. You didn't consider the latter end of what happens whenever a nation does something to the Israelites. Typically it don't end well for them. Okay?
Look at the Egyptians.
Come on now. The Egyptians was the ultimate example. Look how many nations was in fear after that happened to the Egyptians, man. The noise of that testimony spread abroad. People was scared. People was like, damn, nigga, the Egyptians got wiped out, nigga. The scriptures tell you the judgment that happened to the Egyptians. They were spread among the nations. Then he brought them back into their land, and they just, man, they in a low condition, man. You can't even really, bro. You gotta really search to identify them, man. You know, who are the Egyptians today? You gotta look. You gotta be like, man, I don't know. Yeah, them tall ass Sudanese, them damn tall, lanky motherfuckers. What's that basketball player? The big tall Hamite?
What's his name?
Big tall Hamite is the dark skinned one. He's an example of the Egyptians, right? The Miss Right.
Matumbo?
Nah,
Not Matumbo.
you talk about he just got into the NBA like recently, or it's an older one?
It's an older case.
Actually, his niece came by one of the GMS camps.
That's funny. Hamite, straight up. I bet she was cool. I mean, hey, the women are just accessories. For the most part, you know, these women follow power, man.
I don't know how to pronounce his name,
We see it.
but his name is it's like, bro, Slack. It's him right here.
Yeah, that tall nigga.
His name is, I don't know, it says something like Gorge. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Wait a minute.
The one next to Yao Ming.
God damn. Look at the simple look on this nigga face. You know that's a Hamite. Let's get it on there. It's a little bright.
So you want me to turn the brightness down? Oh, look at his face.
There you go.
Yeah, he just damn near the same color as the background.
There you go, right there, man. That's a Hamite for you.
I got a precept for you.
Go ahead,
This is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. And it reads, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Right, man. So he can't hide, man. The Lord is revealing. He's airing out all of these dirty laundry, man. Okay, through the prophets, man. Through the spirit of the prophets, man. Okay, he's revealing this devil, man. Okay, and hey, just as that scripture says, I will destroy him with the bright,
Destroy him with the spirit of my mouth.
destroy him with the brightness of the tongue, man. Right. So as you can see in this scripture also, the Lord is having him to be revealed. All right, and then he's going to come to destroy him. Right, and he's gonna come with that power, that angelic spiritual power, man. Right. Not like he came before as a man.
Habakkuk 2 and 15 says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Okay, it said he transgresses by wine. Okay, now it's talking about making people drunk. Okay, and I read it earlier. I believe he brought out Babylon that been the golden cup in the hand of the Most High, wherewith he had made the nations drunk. All right, so that's his philosophy, man. He's made the nations drunk. Now this is the thing. Esau becomes so drunk off his philosophy. Let's talk this is the next part, right? Verse 16, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. Now, let's think about this let's give you some carnal aspects of this drinking and being uncovered. What happened when a woman drinks too much?
The clothes come off.
Them clothes coming off. Okay? Let your foreskin be uncovered. Hell, it was wicked, but the Lord had a purpose for it. What happened when the daughters of Lot got them drunk? The clothes end up coming off. Some shit happened. So that's what happens. Let you be drunk and let that foreskin be uncovered. So he's so drunk with his power right now that he's revealing himself. He's sloppy. He's getting sloppy. You see, he's getting real sloppy, man, and he's showing you his ways. Okay.
Hey, man, even in the different false flags, man, you can see, man, this devil's getting sloppy, man.
So there's really two cups. There's the cup of the wrath. There's the cup of his philosophy. Okay, wherewith the nations have become drunk. So right now he's drinking that cup of his philosophy, and he's getting drunk as hell. But then somebody gonna hand him that cup that he don't want. And somebody get that, thou shalt drink also, thou shalt drink and swallow down. Or thou he that shall altogether go unpunished. I think it's all in the same area. All right. Habakkuk 2. Okay, and now we're talking about the other cup. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. So right now you're drinking your cup of your philosophies. But next you're going to get that wine of the wrath of the Most High that's poured out without mixture, man. Okay? So that's two cups for you. Go ahead,
Con. This is Psalm 64 and verse 8, and it reads, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
So they shall make their tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Okay? So he's revealing himself with his own mouth, man. Okay, and all that see the truth of him is going to run away from him, man.
Right. I got that precept you was quoting.
Go ahead, Al.
This is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, and thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked.
God. So there's two cups, man. There's somebody get the wine and the wrath of the Most High. You got to go ahead and read that out.
Con. This is Revelation chapter 14. You want me to get straight to the point?
Yeah.
Con. 14 and verse 10, Shalak. And it reads, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Right. So that's the wine of the wrath of the Most High that they're going to be forced to drink. Did somebody get that one? He that shall not go unpunished. I got it. Okay, yeah, go ahead, read it.
verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. It's like that was in that part. still relevant.
Yeah, he will discover thy sins.
I got the one you was talking about.
Okay, that was whose judgment it was not.
This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 12. For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
So that's the greater aspect of that cup. Okay, is that punishment that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to send out. Okay, but okay, now the other aspect, like I said, he transgressed by wine. That's another cup. That's the cup where he's made all the nations drunk. Okay, and that cup got him feeling good, man. That cup got E feeling good to the point where he taking his clothes out willingly. That's why his tongue falling upon himself. He proud, man.
Drunk with the power.
Drunk with that philosophy and with that power, man, where he just yeah, good. You know, he happy.
Like, hey, like that interview with Rabbi Finkelstein, right?
Oh man.
Oh yeah, talk about putting the kids in the McDonald's and mixing the blood with the mustard.
Everybody knows they're afraid of the Jews. What can they do anyway? You know, you can't fight against us.
See? Pride of thy heart have deceived thee, man. God that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock.
I'm gonna keep doing this because you can't do shit about it. That's their attitude, man.
You know, so that just you know, I just wanted to go into that, man. There's that philosophy, that wine that's making them take off. They lifting up their own skirt, man, taking their own clothes off. But pretty soon, okay, they ain't gonna like it. They ain't gonna want to put them clothes back on.
I got one more precept for you.
Go ahead,
Obadiah 1 in verse 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they have not been.
Right, well, they're gonna be consumed, man. They're gonna be consumed. All right, they're gonna be all the other nations. See, this is the thing, that another aspect of what's gonna happen to E, because the other nations gonna be above E too. You see, he's gonna be the one primarily putting the foot up the ass, but these other nations gonna be kicking his ass too. Man, look at your ass up out of here, motherfucker. He's gonna be looking like, nigga, ain't you a slave too? Shut up.
Hey, Isaiah 14, it says, is this not him, the hammer of the earth, that basically caused the nations
Hey,
to
can
tremble?
somebody get that? They see these shall narrowly look upon.
That's
Isaiah 14.
They consider the basis of men anyway.
Right.
Hey, come on, brother, I was about to say that.
Hey, what does it say? I shall make thee small among the heathen that are greatly despised. And Habakkuk too. I will make thee small among the heathen, man. These heathen are gonna greatly despise you, man, if they don't already. All right, because eventually it said they shall hate the whore, they shall burn it with fire, man. So, man, you damn imagine the Elamites and the Moabites and stuff seeing E. The E gonna be crawling on his knees with chains on his neck, just. Man, look, I might manifest some concrete just to make his ass crawl on that shit. Cause we gonna burn up all the concrete. I might just nigga, just wherever they go, it's just gonna be a concrete that's gonna appear and disappear.
He might
making us walk on this shit all these years.
They might enjoy it.
Nigga, fuck that. They knees gonna be through.
You talking about crawling on it?
Yeah, they gonna be crawling on their hands and knees.
Increase gravity.
Ooh, damn, like Goku in the hyperbolic time chamber. Oh man,
Them niggas up.
Ooh, niggas knees gonna be crushed like a mug. His legs gonna be like Dave Chappelle when he did that skit. What about my legs, Charlie Murphy? So you know, hey, look, man, that heart shall meditate terror, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking about the different ways we can exact punishment upon these fucking devils, man.
Yeah,
okay.
The Lord's gonna have the spirit on us to put punishment on you, man. Even if we might want to be cool, man, the Lord's gonna have this devil.
You gotta get it. So imagine E's dragging his legs along the manifested concrete, and here come the Elamites and shit. This little motherfucker kick his ass. You kick me? You dare kick me, Hajit? Yeah, get your ass up the street, motherfucker. Man, ain't you in captivity? Just the fuck up. You know? Hey man, did you get that? They shall narrowly look upon you. They look upon you.
I got the hammer of the whole earth. Come on. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
the whole earth become broken, man. So hey, what does a hammer do? It breaks into pieces, man. Okay, you use it to break things into pieces, to beat something down. All right.
Isaiah 14 and 16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake nations? This little wimp. Because, man, them elites, man, they some old wussy ass motherfuckers. Look at them, man. They some old feeble individuals, man. You know, some old prissy ass motherfuckers, man, living up in these mansions with they dainty meats. Man, these niggas be all old, decrepit, looking like Mr. Burns and shit. You know?
Hey, and that's why they gotta. That's why they gotta. You know, that's why they gotta get Jake's organs, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Fucking their ass up.
Here it is. You got new healthy organs and shit, but your ass still look fucked up, man. Sicker than a mother.
Through body be over with. Most High curse evil.
These devils are afraid of death, man.
That one devil that died had like 8 heart transplants before he died.
Hey, man, and you know, and they be, man,
Probably
these
kill
devils,
somebody,
man,
too.
these devils gotta go, man. You know, they put out these different things for Jake to get murked in the hood, and then they take your organs when you die.
Yeah.
And sell them on the black market.
Yeah, the organ traffickers, man. They'll have people set up and stage your death, man.
Yeah.
Right? When you actually go to a funeral, a lot of times, man, those organs are not in there. They stuff it with paper.
Oh yeah.
That's what that funeral director was saying. Y'all, when I just talked about, did a video on it, I did a response. He was like, when you come to me, your organs be gone. You know, and your mom got to pay for your funeral, and she ain't getting no money from your organs being sold. She'll get, man, them organs get sold for buku money.
Man, yeah.
Guap.
Hey, man, there's reports on different cities, man, where they got, in the center of the city, man, they got body parts, bro. It's like they sell body parts.
Nigga, parts are us, nigga.
Parts are us. Fucking penises and shit, man.
Oh, wow.
Arms and legs and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing with that, man?
That's the fucking wicked.
Vile. He's vile.
That's the demonic shambles, man. It's fucking wicked ass Edomite.
Even if you put a non-organ donor, they'll still take your organs.
Oh, son. About to go dead? Sorry. Just keep going till they go dead.
Gone.
You know, when they do go dead, hey, all praise to Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakadash. Some honors to the apostles, elders, and great millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect. Just for when they do go dead.
Gone.
Go ahead, run this. Let's see.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, this E's being revealed, man. E's being revealed, you know? And so yeah, like it said, man, Isaiah 14 and 16, they that see thee. Matter of fact, let me see if there's something above that. Okay. Isaiah 14. Okay. Yeah, that's Isaiah 14 and 12 says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nation? Okay. That word Lucifer just goes into light bearer, okay? The bearer of light. All right? And what do they call them? The illuminated ones.
Yeah.
So they're the illuminated on the left-hand side. They have light. The enlightened. They enlighten in wickedness. And the scriptures say the knowledge of wickedness is not knowledge. Roughly paraphrasing. All right? So these devils ain't really got it. Okay, we the true light bearers, the guardians of light, so to speak.
If I may add too, it says how that didst weaken the nations. What does it say in Revelations, man? Who is able to make war with the beast? Right? It said he maketh fire to come down from heaven. Right? Talking about those missiles, man. Okay, those atomic bombs and those nuclear missiles, man. Right? But now this guy, he's low like us, man. He's gonna be put back in his rightful state, man, as a base, vile man.
No, go ahead. And it also said, what? Okay, is this the man that made the cause of the earth to tremble, man? That just weakened the nation? And said what? Oh yeah, the scripture I read about woe unto him that putteth his cup to his neighbor and maketh him drunken also. That I read earlier. That's how he weakened the nations, man. He got them drunk so he can uncover their nakedness, expose the weakness in their infrastructure, okay, and exploit them, man. He got them drunk so he can exploit them, man. You know? It's like how these damn college girls, man, these different damn end up on a flick somewhere. They got damn drunk, and now next thing you know, they getting paid to do some weird shit. You know? That's how he's done these nations, man. He's giving them philosophy. He's come with that money, and next thing you know, they done changed everything, and they're weakened.
Extortion.
Their infrastructure is weakened. They're operating off of this false democracy system, man. Okay? But that whole shit is a farce, man. You know? The electoral college, that shit is I was looking at it, and it ain't nothing but some more Esau's witchcraft. Okay? Because they're hand-picked, and depending on how many people you got in your state, that depends on how many electoral voters you have. It's just some weird shit. And then it's like, it's just weird, man. It's weird. It's weird as hell.
It's rigged, man.
It's rigged. And so, even if, it's like it goes by state. So even if the majority across the United States overwhelmingly wants a candidate, if a state has more votes and that state is won by that candidate, then they have more power. So if you got Texas that wants to put a racist so-called person in, all right, then they have more voting power than the smaller state. So even if an individual, like I said, wins the popular vote, because Texas has so many electoral voters, they'll have more sway over that other person getting in.
Confusion.
So even then, it's not fair.
Yeah, man. And really, politics.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit, man. Politics is just to distract you. Because they got all these other things going on, backdoor deals and businesses with other nations and governments going on. They got to make you pay. They got to distract you with the football, the drama in the fucking entertainment industry, and politics. They distract you, man. Meanwhile, they cooking something else up, man.
All the time.
Which
Like
culture?
magician shit.
All the time, man. They'll send out these little different entertainers to distract you with some type of controversy. And next thing you know, legislation gets passed. And you hear about it later, like, nigga, when did they vote on that? Damn, nigga, I was worried about Cardi B bitch ass.
Right. Now everybody worried about people attacking the Capitol. While you looking at the Capitol, he already got a law being prescribed.
Straight up.
We need to lock things down. It's getting out of control here.
And that shit was probably all, bro, that shit had to be orchestrated, man. Ain't no way in
Fucking
hell,
Hollywood staged and shit, man.
ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me that he ain't got enough at the Capitol building. He ain't got enough security to stop some shit like that from happening.
Secret Service.
Hey, no, very few people got shot. Go ahead, Al.
One person.
Yeah, I think I
Oh, no,
heard
yeah,
four.
four, yeah, so like, yeah, four, yeah. But one died, yeah.
Right, hey. And when you go into that interview with Rabbi Finkelstein, he just gives it to you straight. When the Twin Towers came down, it was addressing like, you know, there was no Jews in that building on that day.
So, oh yeah, you know, we call the Jews and, you know, say, oh, don't go to work today.
And this and that, and then they brought that building down, man. You know, all this stuff is set up. You know.
Yep, but you people can't even understand that, man. The Lord have you blind.
This devil's really tricking people.
Hey, but you know what? The Most High have allowed these people to be deceived, so be it. You know, so be it, man. Ain't nothing that can be done about it, and we don't want to do nothing about it. The Lord have deceived you, and that's your life. You know. All we gotta do is pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua that He keep us in this truth. All right, that we continue to have the eyes to see, okay, and the ears to hear. All right, and then we just, you know, that He protect us, man.
That's right.
Everybody else, we can't really worry about them, man. In the times that we in now so more than ever, is the times of what's that? The final book of Revelation. What's that? 22. That He did His unjust be unjust still. If somebody can bring that out, I guess we'll close out with that. That's the time that we in, man. Okay. You know, time to be trying to jump in front of no speeding bullet. With no damn car or no tank, with no damn 230. You can't get it, we moving on, man. You better repent. You don't see the times that's here? You don't see that the great judgment is at the doors? That this shit about to hit the fan, the damn devil's trying to pump shit inside of you. Okay, and motherfuckers is being adversely affected. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Go ahead, Doc.
God. This is Revelation chapter 22 and verse 11. And it reads, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
Right. Right, man. So he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. If you can't get it, you want to continue eating pork, you want to continue committing adultery, you want to continue in all these different things, man, do you. All right? Do you. Okay? And if you're righteous, man, let him be righteous, man. Let him continue to try to follow the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because you read the verse underneath it.
Hey, Con, I was about to say that. Verse 12, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be.
Right, so you want to be wicked? Be wicked. You want to be righteous? Be righteous. Because Yahweh Shai is coming to give reward, man. Okay, if you doing wickedness, he's going to reward you for your wickedness. If you doing righteousness, he's going to reward you for your righteousness. So do you, man. You want to continue to be wicked? Go ahead. Don't say we ain't one.
Choose ye this day who you will serve. As for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Go ahead and close this out, bro.
Hey, with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
the warnings to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
And abide the ball.
A Bible ball.